How's it going, my wonderful internet people? My name's Taco. Today, we're looking at 5 different mods. That's right, I'm already overwhelmed. The anxiety is flowing through my veins, so let's just get into this before I have a full-blown panic attack. So all 5 of these mods are mods that I think add something to vanilla Minecraft, but don't completely take away from the game and make it feel like something entirely different. So without further ado, for my collectors, the people who just go around mining dirt all day and get a million diamonds and whatnot, I bring you the storage drawers mod. What are you guys doing down there? You don't have to be down there in the grass like that. That's not where you need to be. Okay, now you're too high up. I feel inferior. So what does this mod do? And no, those did not just magically appear in my inventory. They've been there the whole time. So this is what I'll tell you. The base storage door right here, it holds more than your standard chest does. And it also displays what is inside of the chest on the front. You can also see that it shows you the amount of things inside the chest. But for that, you need this, not that key, this quantify key. You go ahead and go wee, 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 wee. That's the use key sound effect apparently. Now this drawer right here holds the same amount as this drawer right here, except it's split up into 2 compartments. Now I don't want to do the math and break this number in half. It's 1024, and each of these drawers up here is 1024 a piece, meaning that the whole entire drawer can hold 2048, but each drawer can only hold 10,001. Yeah, and then the same thing goes for this. It's half of that other number that I'm literally not going to break that one in half. It's 512 per drawer. Now you'll also notice there's these little symbols on top of these that these ones don't have. What could that be? Oh my goodness, I have another key in my hand. What? With this key, you can lock your drawers up. Very nice and simple. When the drawer is locked, you can take stuff out, but I assume that other people just won't be able to take anything out of it. Swiper won't be swiping for long after I break his kneecaps. Then you'll notice that there's these drawers up here. They've been on the elliptical far too long and they've lost way too much weight, so now they'll only hold half as much. Remember when I said that number that was half as much as this? That's what this one holds, and then this one holds half of that, and then this one holds half of the half of that. Yeah, okay. Now this mod adds a few different things here. I'm not going to talk about it because I'm lazy, but we'll talk about this compacting drawer right here because that's the last thing I want to talk about. Inside of this, there's only 64 gold right now. You probably aren't believing me because it says, hey, there's also 576 gold ingots and that number of gold nuggets. That's just too big of a number for me to say out loud. But in reality, there's only 64 gold blocks. Does that make sense to you? So if I take out 1 nugget, oh, actually I took out a stack of nuggets, but this, the number of blocks goes down to 56. That's because I took out the amount that was in there, but you know, you could just take it out in different forms. That's all this allows you to do. You can just like, hey, I need a gold block. You can take it out in gold blocks. Hey, I need nuggets. I can go ahead and take out some nuggets. It's pretty simple. Okay, quite frankly, we're going to move on from that because I think I'm going to have an aneurysm. Moving on. Oh my goodness. The next mod is one that's been right in front of you this whole time. That's right. We're taking a quick look at Optifine, everyone's favorite mod. I know a lot of you are probably like, I know about Optifine, but why are you telling me about Optifine? So Optifine is like kind of like a performance mod. It gives you all sorts of different things you can tweak around with. Today, we're just going to look at a few of them. Like, for instance, you could turn off all the particle effects. Water is animated. I don't know if you know that, but when you stare at water and it looks and it goes, whoop, 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 that's the water moving sound effect. But water is always moving. It's got texture changes constantly, and you can turn that off with this. And let me tell you, if there's thousands of water block bubbles moving at once, then guess what? You can go ahead and increase your performance by, you know, a little bit. So there's a really easy way to turn them all off and then turn them all back on. Now we're going to look at the render distance. So render distance in Minecraft, I think usually goes up to like 32 chunks or something like that. But this way we can go all the way up to 48. But if I increased my RAM allocation, I can actually go up to 64. So not only is this a performance enhancing drug, but it also increases the capabilities that Minecraft generally has. And the last thing we'll talk about is shaders, because why mention all of the performance enhancing stuff when you can mention all the things that will tank your performance entirely? So shaders are just what makes the game look like this. They look beautiful, and Optifine gives you shader support to allow stuff like this to happen. You got to download the shaders yourselves. I'll probably come up with a tutorial video on them eventually. I'm just lazy. So yeah, that's Optifine. It's just a little quality of life thing. I mean, people who don't even play modded Minecraft use Optifine anyway, so you know, it's pretty cool. Where is the Muffin Man? So the next mod is also one that you've been looking at this entire time. I don't know, maybe some of you have noticed, but the world, oh my goodness, the normal Minecraft world doesn't look like this. That's because we're using the Terraforged mod. That's right, the Terraforged mod gives you all sorts of options and customizational tools that, quite frankly, I don't understand. I ran out of breath there. I'm not great at creating Terraforged worlds, but let me tell you, this is beautiful. If my dumbass can create something like this, let me tell you, your smart asses can actually create some really intelligent things. don't think any of those words made as much sense as I wanted them to. But anyways, my point is Terraforge gives you all sorts of options to customize, and you can go ahead and go, boop, 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 you know, tinker some stuff around, and everything's really, you know, beautiful. That's 3 chef's kisses, okay? I have never given anything 3 chef's kisses. But look at this wide open field. Oh my goodness, it's beautiful. It just, oh, look at all, oh my good, it's, oh my goodness, it's so good. I think I'm just saying the same thing over and over again at this point, and Editing Taco is gonna have a hard time with this. Are you okay, Editing Taco? Do you need a hug? Oh, he's an angry one today. Real quick before we move on, I have a Twitch channel. It exists. I've been playing a lot of GeoGuessr recently, and I think I'm gonna stream it. So if you guys want to check it out, links in the description down below. Oh yeah, one last thing. The Twitch stream is gonna be pretty mature. I mean, me and myself, I'm pretty immature. However, I think you get what I'm saying. There's not really a filter on the Twitch channel, okay? Now, for you builders, I got a special one for you. We got the Consistency Plus mod. I'm not even gonna be able to pan across every single block inside of this mod by the time I'm done talking. The Consistency Plus mod seems to add in a variation of just about every single block in the game, and also some extra interesting stuff like blue glowstone or mossy blackstone. You want a bunch of colorful slabs? We'll give you a bunch of colorful slabs. You want a bunch of colorful stairs? We'll give you a bunch of colorful stairs. There's just so many things. We're gonna turn the time to day, okay? That's because this recording is from a different day than the previous recording, but don't tell anyone else about that. That's a secret. Let's see. Okay, that's better. We can get a better view of these beautiful boys now, okay? These are some of my favorite blocks. So the first one we have is the mossy blackstone brick, okay? This is just a beautiful block right here, honestly. I like the way that the blue sort of moss kind of contrasts with the darkness of the blackstone. Listen, it's just one of my favorite blocks, and I think that adding this to builds will add so much. Fun fact about me, I own a bird, which is why it takes so long to record things, because that bird makes so much sound constantly. You can tell that I have to redo takes over and over again because that thing just... Okay, moving on. We have the carved blue nether bricks. This just... I like all the carved blocks, okay? These are the carved blocks. These ones all throughout here. These are all carved blocks too. I think that they're neat. We have the Enderman's face on this. I believe that's an Enderman's face. It looks pretty Endermanish, which is kind of weird, but you know what? I'll deal with it because blue nether bricks, that just sounds interesting. I don't know why we have blue nether bricks, but we have blue nether bricks, and you know what? I love them. We also have the soul glowstone, soul glowstone. And I mean, come on, blue is like everyone's favorite color, right? So like this just looks, mwah, it looks beautiful, okay? I don't know what else I need to say about this. Quite frankly, I don't think I need to have said anything about this. I think we could just show an image of this and everyone will just have an accident in their pants. And then we move on to 3 more of the chiseled boys. I don't know if these are called carved. Okay, I'm sorry. They're called carved. So we got the guardian on the front of this. Oh my goodness, this is beautiful. And then we got the squids and trident on this. Oh my goodness, this is beautiful. And then we got this, and I really like the ghast on this. I don't know what it is about this. It's really simple, really straightforward, but I don't know what it is. I like this one the best. In which order are my favorite blocks? Well, first of all, we gotta start with that. Then we got this. Then we got like this. And then, it's pretty hard to tell from here. Probably like this, and then this, and then that. You know, I don't really like the normal prismarine color. The dark prismarine's better. But you know what? Mwah, it's still beautiful. It's very beautiful. All this is beautiful. And you know what? So are you. You're also beautiful. Let's move on to the next mod. If you're enjoying this video, slap the like button. Ow, son of a bitch. I don't know why I slapped my ass again. I have the soundbite from the first time I did it. And finally, for my endgame gamers, we have the Enderite mod. I was gonna do a shader for this part, but the end just lagged everything for some reason. Enderite ore can be found on the lower parts of the end islands and needs to be blown up first and turned into cracked Enderite ore before it can be mined by a diamond pickaxe or netherite pickaxe. The texture just still looks like rotten beans to me. You then get Enderite scraps. You do what you would do with netherite scraps, except with Enderite scraps, you get Enderite ingots, and then bam, you can start making some pretty cool stuff. This armor, some people don't like this armor. I like this armor. I think it looks really neat. And we got all the tools here. All the normally upgraded tools are slightly better than their netherite counterparts, and then these ones over here are slightly better than their just normal counterparts. I can't explain to you how much it bothers me that the shield is off center. And if you want to flex super hard, you can make a bunch of Enderium blocks and turn it into a beacon base. All Enderite tools and things come with a void floating effect. That means that they will float in the air, but most importantly what they'll do is they'll float over the void, so you actually won't lose your tools and you have a chance chance to recover them. Will that recovery be easy? Of course not, but it's doable, and that's what's important. The really cool thing with that is these Enderite shulker boxes you can just put normal items inside of, and they will float over the void if you happen to fall in. We also have the end respawn anchor. Much like the normal respawn anchor, this will allow you to respawn within the end. It just takes ender pearls to charge instead of whatever the other thing takes. But the coolest thing is that you're able to put an elytra on the chest plate of the netherite armor set, allowing you to soar around while you still have a bunch of armor. Nice! That's the end of the video, boys, but don't click off this video. Want to know why? Because you're going to watch one of my other videos. It's one of those two right there. Watch them, or click on the full playlist over here and watch all of my videos. Thank you all so much for spending some time with me. It always means a lot to me. I will see you all in the next episode, and until then, goodbye, guys.